old. We bred and raised him and have trained him. He came up lame on us last May, and when we got back to Steamboat, we had him vet check, x-rays, we had ultrasound done on him, we had him blocked, we did everything we could think of to find out why he was lame, and they guessed that it was a check ligament tear. And so we didn't totally confine him, but we had him on pretty much level ground in the pastures. And when it happened, he did get loose a few times and run up and down the mountain in various places. So he'd get just about where he was going good, and then something crazy would happen. But whenever he uses it too much, he ends up dead lame, and we have not been able to ride him since last May. We don't know if he did it while he was playing or while Dean was conditioning him, but we don't know what happened. We spent close to $3,000 on x-rays and tests trying to get him sound. He's balance trimmed. He has not been in shoes for probably 4 years. And we have his teeth done by Doreen Wiggins, so no power tools on his teeth. We just don't know what's going on. I've used magnets on him. I've used photonic therapy. We've done some muscle work. So we're at a loss. You.
Hi, I'm April Battles with Holistic Horseworks, and there's a lot of horses out there like that with mysterious lamenesses, so I wanted to share mine and Dr. Regan Golub's lameness checkpoints. You can look him up on my website. There's a DVD on his stuff. I've developed some other techniques. As most of you know, I do long distance treatment, so I can ask the body intuitively where there's pain and what the body needs to heal. And starting with this horse, if I was to palpate down his neck, there's a lot of spasms really tight right here. If you push in the muscles, the horse should not be reactive. Your first 2 neck bones are not in proper alignment. That is going to affect how the rest of the body works. When you come back to here, Regan Golub has developed a front leg lameness checkpoint. Right at the bottom of this muscle, if you come directly down from here, you'll find a V. That's like a little bony V. You should be able to push in here quite firm. That's the flat of your thumb, not the tip of your thumb, and not wiggling. To be able to put 10 pounds of pressure and nothing in that leg should move. If he was to bend at the knee, it's an indicator that he has pain in the knee. If he turns the foot out, it could be in the tendon or suspensory. So that's the first place that I'm going to check. I used to do endurance. I always wanted to know that my horse could make it the next 25 miles. I'm not getting anything in there. I'm going to pick up his foot. I'm going to squeeze down in here. You can see he's sore and reactive. This is not to replace your vet diagnostics. This is just a home lameness check. You might want to do an ultrasound and see what's going on there. You should be able to squeeze the tendon and the suspensory. Your tendon's running down the back. Your suspensory is the soft tissue connected to the bone. And there shouldn't be any flinches in the horse. Okay. So there's something going on in here. When I squeeze in here, you should be able to squeeze firmly on both sides of the withers. Can you see right there where he's flinching? Okay. You shouldn't have this. On this side, this shoulder is working correctly, and on this side, his first rib is out. In my other DVD, you see where we talk about the first rib being out. So the right shoulder can't move correctly. This side is going to work twice as hard. This tendon and suspensory are going to work twice as hard, and it's going to throw back as a diagonal to this inside groin. Okay? And he's going to be tighter and more sore in here. Coming back to the hind end. Okay? Regan has developed. This is a check for your hind end. You'll see it in Dr. Regan Golub's DVD. Here's your circle. You push to the outside, that's checking the outside hock. You pull to the inside, that's checking the inside hock. So he has some soreness on his inside hock. We're going to come up to this stifle reflex point. It should spring down and come back up. Okay, that one's not so bad. Can we turn the horse around? This is the side that has the first rib out. You see that this muscling is heavier. The shoulder can't work correctly. It tucks in this elbow. I'm going to hit that lameness checkpoint right here. You just slide off the biggest point of the muscle down into a bony V. Don't wiggle. Push quite firmly. He's a little bit more reactive on this side than he was on the other side. The other side, he just kind of went, and this one he's kind of trying to bend the leg. Probably have more issues going on in the right front leg than you did in the left front leg. So again, you can pick it up, squeeze on the tendon, squeeze softer and deeper to the bone. Okay? And you can see he's really sore and reactive up in here. You should always palpate both front legs so you can compare them. But he has something right in there. There you go. Right in there. That's when an ultrasound might be a good idea to see what's going on. You can use, there's a product called Draw that is amazing for tendons and suspensories that you can use in a standing rack. You really don't want to ride, exercise the horse, deep stand, or lunge until the tendons and suspensories are non-reactive. So you're going to come back here. You're going to do your big circle. Outside hawk, inside hawk. So both inside hawks are testing really sore. If the front end is not working correctly, you can't lift these ribs. They're going to be pulling the heels with the front end. Your pectorals are going to get tight, your abdominal obliques are going to get tight, and it's going to come back to the groin. If we come back here, your sacrum is right under here, so it's a bony little thing up here. If you palpate quite firmly on each side of the sacrum, you don't want to find any flinches. I'm going to go to the other side so you can see the reaction. If you're sore, right on top of here, your sacroiliac and your sacrum is sore. Your sacroiliac joint is your SI joint. It's deep and it's under here. To me, that's when a horse has done the splits in the hind end. This is a horse that to pick up the hoof for a farrier trimmer and come out here is going to be very uncomfortable. I'm trying to teach the farriers and trimmers, if you palpate here and they're very sore and reactive, they won't be fighting with you if you can get the hoof here, in the back, kind of crossed over, and here under the belly. If they're sore up here and you pull a leg out here, there's going to be a big spasm. They're going to be trying to pull their leg back. He's got soreness in both front suspensories. His withers are out. The body's not moving correctly. It's throwing extra stress to the hind end. He's tight and sore in SI joint, and then he has tightness and sore back. So it's not just one thing of why they're lame. There's a whole bunch of things that are adding up. If I come into, I do readings, I can intuitively ask the body, I get some soreness in the knees, but I'm also coming up with heel pain. So when I pick up his hoof, if a horse has heel pain, they're not going to stride out and land heel to toe. They're going to come up with shoulder muscles and land toe to heel, avoiding the pressure on the heel. If you come into his foot, good boy. This is the crack that I don't want to see go all the way up into the coronet band. This crack should not go any deeper than this. So if I ask him if there's pain here, I get a yes. If I ask if it's navicular, I get a no. If I ask if it's bacterial, I get a yes. So it's a small minor thing, but it is going to change how the whole horse moves. I've been seeing a lot more thrush and deep bacteria affecting heel pain in the past year and a half with all the toxins that have been raining down on our earth. I have a soak that you can email me about, or it's also in my DVDs and some literature I have. It's real easy. 2/3 of a cup of Epsom salt, 2 dropperfuls of dynamite liquid trace minerals, warm water, fills 2 soaker boots. You do that for an hour for 3 or 4 days in a row, and the heel pain will be gone. And they're all homeopathic products that the body can use. So you've got, this isn't working correctly. This isn't working correctly, throwing more stress back here. You have heel pain, you have 2 sore suspensories, you have sore SI, tight and sore groin, and sore inside hocks. So can you imagine where it would be an intermittent lameness that you can't nail down? What you don't want to do is keep working the horse till you can find the lameness. That's just going to be the area of the body that couldn't take it anymore and broke down. If you have watched my other YouTube videos, I have a video on side bone and how to break up that calcification. And you come down and on him and push here and here, you'll start to feel all the hardness. Wherever you see this line of hair get scruffy, you have the calcifications in it. On that. The other issues I come up with him in balancing meridians, small intestine meridian is that which is in the front feet. That has to deal with intestines. A lot of horses are building enterless and stones with hard water. And in the hind end, and asking him, his spleen is out of balance. And if you want to look up the spleen meridian, the spleen meridian also governs the muscles, connective tissue, and the four limbs. It both originates and carries chi to these areas. Proper movement is dependent upon a well-balanced spleen. So it is not just one answer to why is a horse like that. We have so many things that have not been working at 100% that now the body just can't do it anymore. It can't compensate. So I do long-distance readings. They're only $50. It lets you know viral bacterial issues, craniosacral issues, where the body has pain, and what the body needs. Sometime in the past, he's pulled back in a halter, and up here his parietal bone isn't where it should be. All the bones on this side have shifted down, and that's also going to compress the pituitary and the hypothalamus. It could be the start of uveitis, and it could be the start of IR and Cushing's in the future. So the whole package, the whole body, is really what you need to address, and that's what my readings do. I hope you enjoy this lameness diagnostics, and stay tuned. You're so cute!